Lil Pump, D-Rose, ooh. 100 on my wrist, Lil Pump, 80 on my wrist, woo. D-Rose, hey, D-Rose, hey, hey. Hey, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, what? 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist. D-Rose, 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 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, what? 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, what? 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. D-Rose, 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 D-Rose. 100 on my wrist, bitch, I'm feeling like D-Rose. Pop 4 Zans, I'm feeling like a hero. Superman, lean got me like Rio. And my auntie on P.O. On my wrist, 80 on the brick. Lil Pump never spend his money on a bitch. Never trust a nigga cause he acting like a bitch. Take a nigga bitch to the Motel 6. I just broke my wrist cause I'm whipping in the kitchen. Pass the bread to my mom and I told her whip it. 4 bands in the kitchen. 9 bands in the kitchen. I just fuck your bitch. What? I just broke my wrist. Okay. I just fuck your bitch. Ooh. I just fuck your bitch. Okay. D-Rose, 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 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, what? 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, what? 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. D-Rose, 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 D-Rose.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Marquez here, and I'm back at it again with a dribble tutorial. You see at the beginning, I show y'all a little mixtape and show y'all how to work these moves. And you know, a lot of people also say I'm trash and whatever, I'm not good. If somebody ever tells you that, bro, don't let that get to you. Cause as long as you know you can break anybody in a game, you're good. So look, in order to break people how you want to, like me, pick these dribble moves here. You know, momentum behind the back, momentum spin move, camel walker, spam. Yo, you call it. Sharpshooter, RT back and forth. So, here's my dribble moves all right here. I got normal 3 for crossover, normal 2 behind the back, elite spin, like ISO spin, elite 4, you know, leave hesitation alone. And you see the rest. You know, I use those dribble moves like, I don't know, T. Lawson, Kobe Bryant, and Dwayne Wade. You can do like between the legs spam, all that, and you can do the crossover spam. So that's the main reasons why I put those on. So if you looking like, why he put that on? Look, that's the reason. So, yeah. So look, I don't know. Look, so momentum, you gotta do like, you click your right stick the opposite way of the ball, and you click your left stick and you hold RT. And if you practice on that, you can do the momentum spam. They go to between the leg spam, and that move right there, RT on the opposite hand, and flick your right stick to the opposite hand. Yo, that's for sharps mainly, but it goes for anybody, like anybody who's bugging, like, you know, sitting there spamming X on you, anything. The moves is perfect. Moves is perfect. And momentum spin move, that's for people that spam too, like, you know, people who can't stop. Like, let's say you at 19, they at 2, they don't want to lose pretty bad, they gonna spam you pretty much. So, you know, just use these dribble moves to get them off you. I guarantee you, stumble, ankle breaker, anything, I guarantee all that if you equip these dribble moves. But yeah, I gotta go. You know, I just wanted to say I love all my subscribers. I'm glad that all y'all came. And can y'all share, like, subscribe, mostly subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your mom, pops, grandma, dog, family, cousins, I don't care, great cousins, I don't care. And oh yeah, by the way, put on normal too. That's the best hop step in the game. You gotta use that in order to do all this. So yeah, this is Dribble Tutorial. I'll come out with another one later, and see y'all later. Peace out. Let's get it!